Hi YouTube, this video is about solutions to problems I've encountered over the past 5 years of gardening in Central Texas. In the Killeen, Central Texas area, we deal with high winds, high heat, low rainfall, lots of pests, and have a long growing season. There are 12 solutions or innovations that I have discovered over the years. For garden layout, first determine the type of vegetable you want to grow. Second, determine the required space for each type. Third, establish your path width. I use either the width of the garden rake or a watering ring. Where needed, cement bag borders are easy to lay down and last a long time. The entire garden area should be shallow tilled to a depth of 2 to 3 inches to remove top growth and weeds. Next, deep till 6 to 8 inches only where planting. This leaves the path area soil hard, packed, and makes it harder for the weeds to grow. Level the planting beds so the watering rings will lay evenly on the ground. I built this tamper to help make them even, but you can use a 2x4. Cattle panel trellises are sturdy and easy to set up, handle, and store. They are easy to cut to size with standard bolt cutters. For poles, I repurpose old trampoline frames that people don't want anymore, or I can use electrical conduit from Lowe's. I use a brass siphon hose and a splitter for separate watering and fertilizing. I use granulated Miracle-Gro in the 50 teaspoon packet, mixed with 3 gallons of water to make my concentrate. This is probably one of the best things I have stumbled upon. It's just so easy to apply fertilizer or any soluble mixture at the hose at the same time I'm watering. I highly recommend using a siphon hose if your water pressure is strong enough. Most of them are. For weeding, I use a scuffle hoe to get in tight places. I discovered the scuffle hoe about 3 years ago, and weeding has never been easier. It cuts down to the roots on the push and the pull without disturbing the top level of soil, so you're not replanting weed seeds. A good one costs about $50. I use the Sun Joe electric tiller to weed the paths. It does a great job and is very fast. They cost about $100. A nice, well-maintained garden is almost enjoyable as to the fruits that it brings. I give plants a lot of space to grow. This allows me to tend them easily and comfortably and helps in quality control. Pest control begins with a good sprayer, accurate measuring, and application. This sprayer does all that and will last for years. Watering/fertilizing rings puts resources on vegetable root balls and denies them to the weeds. This means less weeding while saving on watering time, water, and fertilizer. Keeping weeds out is almost impossible, but starving them of water and fertilizer, coupled with hot Texas days, really helps to control them. Watering rings are made from food-grade 50-gallon plastic drums. I use a table saw with the blade set at about a half an inch for safety reasons. I make my rings 4 inches in depth. This gives you about 8 rings per barrel. I set my gate at 4 inches, place the table saw close to the wall for stability when cutting the barrels. Use caution when rotating the barrels. One complete revolution should complete one cut. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, please ask someone to do it for you. I use a 3-bin compost pile made from T-posts, pallets, and excess cattle panels and baling wire. It's strong enough to hold together, but easy to replace pallets that have rotted. My compost bin is set up to drain into my garden and is where some of my most fertile soil is. Well, YouTube, that concludes my solutions and innovations. Please feel free to add your own innovations in the gardening comments below. Together, we can make gardening better, more fun, and more successful. Thanks so much, YouTube.